A few years ago, a strange story happened in my village. At that time, it was the season of high water and most people did not dare to go by boat alone to the middle of the river of fear of being swept away by the water. Only one man in the village voluntarily drove his boat away and disappeared for many days. Police and rescue forces heard the news and quickly arrived, gathering on one side of the bank to find the missing man. But days had passed and the rescuers and locals could not find any trace of the man. All hope seemed to be lost. The lifeboats of the rescue team were parked all over the river. Drivers were busy searching in the hope of finding the person in distress. The victim's wife and children were also present at the scene. Everyone was worried and thinking about the worst-case scenario. Despite searching for many days with many different search methods, the man's whereabouts have not yielded any other result. The man's wife and children were in so much pain that they cried and swelled their eyes, but everyone was hoping that a miracle would happen. At the end of the day, the rescue team drove a canoe ashore to a port with the same sad expression as the first day of the search. No trace of the man was found. The rescue team thought the man was swept into the ocean by the water, so his body could not be found. When the wife heard that, she collapsed and burst into tears, making the already tense scene even more painful and sorrowful. Suddenly, a person quietly approached from afar, carrying a large bag full of incense and other ritual objects. People in the village realized that she was a blind older woman living alone, working as a fortune teller in her town. She quietly brought the offerings to the shore and prepared to begin her work. The police and the rescue team saw her gradually heading to the shore. Everyone was worried and advised her to stop because they were afraid she would slip and fall into the swirling whirlpool. But she was already familiar with the way here. So when she just reached the edge of the cliff, she sat down, surprising many people. The police stood around her, attentively watching every action she was doing. Her whole body exuded a certain mystery that made people see extremely curious. The older woman gently took out a large bundle of incense and began to light it up. The incense smoke quickly rose high and gave off an enchanting fragrance. The policeman standing on the shore looked at her. Everyone was surprised and confused, not knowing what the older woman's purpose was. But no matter who was surprised or kept asking for her, she sat still with her eyes closed, her mouth mumbling, reciting the incantation, not bothered by anyone. After her bundle of incense burned, she took out a stack of paper and rolled it up, then continued to light it. Then she let the paper burn freely on the ground, forming a small spot just enough for her to burn the votive paper. Despite the policemen standing around her looking on in surprise, her manipulation was proficient. The ashes of the gold and silver banknotes shone brightly and then rose into the air, then gently fell to the surface of the water like leaves. The scene was a bit lyrical, but also sad. The burning smell of paper were mixed with the smell of incense in the place where the older woman was sitting also made people feel stung. Many young policemen offered to stop her and bring her to the shore to avoid the older woman's danger, but the elderly police captain stopped them. Everyone around knew that the older woman was the last hope. If people didn't let the older woman try, it would be hard to find the dead man's body. The older woman's face clearly showed her concentration, not wanting to be bothered by anyone. When there was a slight sharpness on the older woman's face, it was also the time when the white smoke in the air changed, gradually appearing with a human face and a strange, scary look. The smoke rose straight into the air, revealing a man's face filled with anguish at the fear and astonishment of those present. The smoke slowly moved and formed a complete face with eyes, nose, mouth, and hair like the man who was in trouble. The policemen who witnessed the incident were also surprised, only opening their mouths in awe. The wife witnessed the smoke and quickly recognized her husband's image through the white smoke, so she panicked and quickly covered her child's eyes with her hand. The crowd gathered more and more. Everyone was curious to see the older woman perform the magic. After a while of casting spells, the older woman's ritual finally ended. The older woman opened her eyes and looked at the space in front of her. The ocean waves finally became calmer. The older woman told the policemen that they could continue their search. Although everyone did not understand what she meant, they all gathered around the older woman to help her up out of courtesy. After that, she quietly left. While walking, she told the victim's wife and children to take a shirt from the victim, wave it in front of the river, and call out the victim's name. This action would help the victim's soul find its body and bring it to the shore. Besides, she also said that the soul of the dead was feeling very cold. The older woman advised people to quickly bring the body home to bury before having the next victim. After the older woman had left, the people left at the scene performed the ritual according to the older woman's instructions. After a while, strange water bubbles appeared under the water, as if someone was under the water. Just a moment later, the victim's body also slowly emerged from it, revealing a swollen and pale face, which was being soaked in water for too long. It looked extremely scary. No one expected that the victim's body could easily float to the surface without the help of any lifeguards. The policemen and lifeguards were all stunned, speechless at what was happening. No one could deny the strangeness of this story. The body slowly drifted closer to the shore. The wife saw her husband's body and rushed to him, bursting into tears of pain. Relatives of the victim immediately fell to the ground. The painful scene touched everyone present. Locals and policemen rushed to comfort the victim's family, and rescuers quickly sailed to the victim's place to bring the body ashore. After finding the victim's body, the family immediately brought the victim's body home for burial. The local people all sympathized with the plight of this family. They took the initiative to arrange the funeral for the victim on behalf of all his family.